Hey, y'all. Hey, I'm Angela Shelton. I'm the real thing right now with you, telling you about this stuff, Regenerate. Why? This concoction puts you in your parasympathetic nervous system, y'all. Listen, you've seen the dude with the long hair? That's my friend Sean. He looks like Jesus. And he completely changed my life, and it took me forever to listen to him. You know when it took you forever to listen, and then you finally listen, and then you're so excited that you listened, finally? That was me with this stuff. Regenerate. Listen, it smells like my mama's house in the 70s. That's because Sean, aka the dude who looks like Jesus, is not ever going to use additives or flavors or anything, especially sugars. He's got 18 ingredients here that get GABA to your brain fast. What is GABA? It's your little anxiety police. It makes your 47 tabs, like I have, not anymore, down to like 4. All the stuff we're doing, like popping pills or the drink or the cake or whatever you're doing to lower your anxiety, like you're self-medicating, this does it the natural way. And you can buy it yourself and start taking it, but it's going to take weeks to get to your brain. He's put all this stuff in there to make it get there fast. This powder right here takes away the need to need something. And that can apply to so many things. I watched him for years helping people with booze. They'd not even finished one bottle and they weren't drinking anymore. And I'm like, I don't want to address my drinking. But what he's doing with helping people get off of benzos and booze, I said, it has to have some kind of amazing effect on trauma survivors with people with complex PTSD like me. Lo and behold, it took me forever to try it. And once I tried it, I need this. I need this in my life. I want a backup bottle. I'm on the auto ship program, even though it smells like a fart, because it works. And then you feel this total calm and peace. I love this stuff. Side note, it's excellent for hangovers. For those of you who are like, I ain't gonna quit drinking. This is excellent for hangovers. And it'll help you have like 3 instead of 7 or 1 instead of 5. This is expensive, y'all. But so was that case of wine. And after I took my first dose, I never bought a case of wine. I'm gonna be real honest about that. I was buying the $20 bottles of wine, but you get them in the case, or you keep buying them every day. You get an email from Hollywood and you need your bottle of wine. And I stopped. I have replaced that bill with this bill that's cheaper. And this is allowing me to have this calm clarity in my life that I not ever expected. I mean, it's like calm clarity in a bottle. The point is how long I took to listen. And once I did, I'm in. I'm getting his home package. He just sent me a red light therapy panel. Like, I'm now listening to everything. I'm like, what do I do now? What do I do now? I feel amazing. My own stress has lifted. It went from a 12 to 2. Regenerate. I was living in my sympathetic nervous system, the one where you're in the fight or flight and the bear's chasing you, since I was born. And I think a lot of women have that, and men and women, but especially women, like who've been through trauma in your childhoods, and you live in your sympathetic dominant nervous system where you're like you're in like fight or flight. I was born that way. This puts you in your parasympathetic nervous system, which means you're like, what do I do now? What do I do now? It is completely unfamiliar. And you know what it did for me? The little warning label from me to you, since my first dose, I cried. That was my thing. It opens up what you need to feel. So just feel it. Don't judge yourself. And I just breathed and I just cried every single freaking dose for my first bottle. That's what I did. I just purged. Apparently I had a lot of tears to leave my body. That doesn't mean that's the way it is for you. I'm just saying, if you have complex PTSD like me, listen. Don't take so long listening. It took me a year. It took me a year to listen to him. And then when I finally did, my life is exponentially better. I'm getting so much more done. I have 3 books that I'm working on. I started practicing the violin. And I am starting meditating more. My body, mind, spirit work is just next level. It's because I got clear and calm. Getting GABA to your brain. And I can't say enough about this guy and his concoctions. It's a small company, a small, really cool team. He's a master chef. God bless him. Thank you, Jesus. He really does look like that. I ride with him in Nashville on his bike company. You ride behind him like little ducks following Jesus. I love it so much. It helps people with addictions because when you have that peace, it takes away that need to need something. You're just suddenly like, oh, you're just peaceful. And you know what happens then? What are you going to do now? What are you going to do when you're in the space of calm, clear? Like your baseline now is where it's supposed to be. You're like, wait, what? I'm not in panic and anxiety and stressed out all day? What? That's weird. And I have bought every bottle. I have this now on hand. I'll give it out to people. I have regenerate parties. And listen, that's all I can say is listen, listen, listen. I'm telling you, he's onto something. And it's wild and weird, but it's not. It's actually just being in your parasympathetic nervous system. Imagine, what are you going to do now? I love you. I just was sharing. I'm not Sharon. I'm Angela Shelton. Sharing. Regenerate. You are welcome. Listen. Listen, listen, listen. The auto ship is $179. Use my coupon, I love Angela Shelton. It'll get you 20% off. You're welcome.